We live in a world today where everything is at the press of a button. We don't need to know how to tell time because it's digitalized for us on our phones, on our watches, in our cars, microwaves, computers, and so on. Everything is so accessible to society today. Information, questions can be answered at the press of a button. And as Nathaniel Hawthorne once said, we live in a mechanical age. So with that being said, we are going around campus to talk with some of the students about how they feel about being a part of this mechanical age.
I feel that I'm less connected, I guess I would say, because we're less connected with nature or other people just because I'm so dependent on technology or a tool to know something.
It definitely helps me set a schedule. I feel like without it I would be totally lost, but I'm also a slave to it because without knowing what time it is, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
I don't like time because I find that I don't have enough of it and I can't get all of my stuff done.
No, well, I feel that everybody's completely depending on time, and even cultures are like, time is their symbol, whatever, or even characterized by it. Let's say Latin Americans, they're always late for everything, so it's really also cultural, how you can define a culture with time.
That now that I'm currently using a planner for everything I'm doing, either since I'm a student athlete here at school, writing down practice schedules, games, homework, I cannot function without a planner, so when it comes to different times of the day, I always have to look there, and if I'm without it, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm always going by time. I always have something to be doing and somewhere to be, and without a clock or my phone, I would be completely lost.
So I guess I'm one of those people that really rely on technology these days, but it's not as much as others who use their phones or I would say like their computers. I use my watch a lot. I almost feel lost without a watch.
Technology is good and it makes life a lot easier for a lot of people, but at the same time that can be a really bad thing, and it scares me that you can make things too convenient, like with phone and everything, sending you reminders, just such convenient communication that we lose old aspects of memory capabilities and communication skills that we once had in the past. And I'm scared that maybe it's causing us to de-evolutionize as humans.
One of the few that got the smartphone later on, and I finally convinced my parents to get a smartphone, and the reason was for organization. I would be able to check my emails, like professors send emails throughout the day, and you need to respond to them in the day, and I wasn't able to check my email all day, so I got a smartphone to check my email, and I don't know what I would do without my smartphone now. Not only do I use it for email, but I also use it like between classes. It's just like a mental break, you know, go on Facebook, just scroll through Facebook, and it's just kind of a break from class, a break from, I don't know, using my brain.
What I think about technology, I like to put away my laptop, put away my iPhone, and just not think about it and just be completely unplugged a lot of the time. I think it's like really good for my mental health. But then I also think I'm oftentimes like checking my phone to see what time it is, constantly just plugged in, checking my email, checking Facebook, checking Pinterest, and I'm just plugged into like what's happening, and then there's always news alerts on my laptop. So it's just, I think it could be beneficial in some ways, but then it's good to just have time to like walk outside without your iPhone or without music.
Basically, I hate technology. I mean, I love it, I think it's great, but I'm very technology illiterate.
I think technology is good to an extent when they're kind of using it on cancer research and that kind of stuff. Trying to create the new iPhone for the sake of customers is just a little bit wrong. Kind of more science than anything.
I personally like living in the mechanical age because when I was a child, I was always really bad at looking at the clock and telling time. So for me, it's just easier.
think today, in the age of technology and information, time is a really important thing. It helps us organize our lives better. Time is everywhere. Watches are no longer the main keeper of the time. We have phones. We have time on our cars. We have time on our computers. We have a lot more practical use for time these days. There's just not enough time in a day to talk about how important time is.
Being a part of Mechanical Age today, I feel that a lot of people are dependent on technology a little more so than they had been before.